Welcome back. In this video, we will talk about 4 tag parameters. In Liquid, 4 tags can take parameters to modify the output. So we will talk about the limits, params, the offsets, the range, and the reverse. So let's start with the limits. You can limit the number of iteration using the limit parameters. The limit params take one argument and it must be type of number, a whole number, not a float, not a decimal. So here we have the syntax. So again, you're writing a for loop as we did earlier, and you have the array here and you have the variable here. And just beside the array, you can add now the params limit and the number. Okay, it must be a number, and is going to limit the for loop based on this number. Let's try this example. So we looped through collection.product. So we have like 6 products here. So let's say I want to limit this collection to only show 2. So I will write the keyword limit like this and colon and 2 because I want to limit it to 2. So if I save it, we're going to have only 2 products shown here. Very straightforward, very simple. The next one is the offset. So the offset params helping you to start looping at a specific point or index. It uses a 1-based index. So offset of 2, skip the first item and start at the second. Note that the array itself, it's 0-based index. Okay, so the offset params take one argument and it must be a type of number as well, a whole number, not a float, not a decimal. And we have the syntax here and we can do the same example just like we did before. Okay, so let me remove this one. If I save it, we're going to have again 6 product title here. So let's say I want to start to loop from the multi-managed snowboard. I don't want to start from the collection snowboard. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the offset colon and I'm going to give it a number, and know that the offset is 1-based index. So if I want to start from the multi-managed snowboard, I need to write here 1. So it's going to skip the first one and start from the second one. So if I save it, and as you can see, we're starting from the multi-managed snowboard. All right, so very easy, straightforward. The next is the range. So the range params helps to loop a specific set of collection. It's great for creating placeholders, pagination dots, or repeating elements. Okay, so the syntax is very simple. Here, we're not going to use any array, but we're going to use this syntax here. So parentheses, it takes a number, that's a number. All right, so let's try it so that you can see. So first, let me try this first example. I will save it. So we're going to say for loop, we keep the item variable, and instead of writing an array here, we're going to say parentheses. So we can say 1, that's 5, or whatever number you want. Then we can output the item here, and if I save it, it's gonna count from 1 to 5, just like you see over here. So we can even say start from 3 and go until 20, for example, and it's going to do exactly the same, starting from 3 and until 20. So let's try a real example so you will understand why this could be useful. I have some CSS here and some HTML, so don't worry about the code. Just you need to understand the concept. So first I'm going to copy the HTML. So it's over here. So I'm going to copy the HTML. You don't need to do that. Just follow along. I'm going to come here and save it here. So first we have the HTML. So we have some card here, some product name and price and the buy button. And then I'm going to add the style. You don't need to do that again. So I'll just copy that and I will go above the HTML and paste the style here. So we have like something like this. Okay. All right, so now let's use this example. Let's create some scenario. So in a case, let's say we want to have 10 cards like this. So you're going to come and copy one card and duplicate it like this. Okay, so you can have like more of this item like this. Okay, so there is the very easy way to do. When you're prototyping, you just come, you delete all these cards, you just leave one, and then you can now write the for loop like this. And here we're going to say, we're going to use the range. So we're going to say from 1 to 3, for example, and I'm going to cut this HTML here and place it inside a for loop, and it's going to iterate through this card, and we're going to have 3 cards here, just like that. And if I want to have 10 cards, I can just come here and change the number to 10, and I'm going to have 10 cards right here. The next we will talk about is the reversed. Okay, so the reversed, just like the name state it, helps to flip the order of your array when you're looping. It does not take any argument. So the syntax is very simple. You have the for loop, the array, and the variable, and just beside the array you use the keyword reversed, and that's it. Okay, so let's try it. We go back here. Let me delete all this example again. Okay, so I will say for loop, and I'm going to say collection.product, and I'm going to show the item.title, and we have the item title. Let me put it inside HTML. I'm always forgetting. Okay, so we have it like this. Now let's say we want to reverse the order. So as you can see here, the first element here is starting with the collection snowboard, and the last is collection snowboard : hydrogen. So let's reverse this order. So I'm gonna come here close to the array, add some space, and write the keyword reversed. And if I save it, and as you can see, the collection snowboard : hydrogen is now on top, and the collection snowboard is now on the bottom.